have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. And my favorite thing about the movie is that it feels like a movie. Oh. I mean, yeah, that's great. It feels like a real, go to the theater film movie. All right, okay. You kind of the reason you go watch something on the big screen? Sure, yeah, okay, good. So, hopefully that's how people describe this. Yeah, I mean, that's the basic description of what we're looking for, I guess. So what happens in this thing? Right, so this takes place in this 1950s looking town called Victory, right? And we're gonna follow this housewife named Alice. Okay. And all these housewives have husbands that take off to work every day on something called the Victory Project, run by this guy, Frank. But everything is not as it seems. Whoa, you sure about that? Because usually everything is as it seems. That's how everything usually is. Yes, no, not in this case, not everything is as it seems. Oh my God. Yeah, it's starting to get real mysterious in here, sir. Like once in a while there's these big earthquakes that make everything shake. That is very mysterious. I guess we'll find out what those are about later, huh? No. Then Alice starts seeing and experiencing a bunch of weird stuff. What kind of stuff we talking? Well, like she goes out into this desert that the housewives aren't allowed to go into, and she touches a building and wakes up back home. Oh, very strange. And she sees this weird plane crash and a window closes in on her. Jeez, what's going on with all that? Don't worry about it. And this other housewife's been forced to take medication because she keeps saying nothing is real. What does the medication do? Don't worry about that either. I want to know. I'm a little worried about it. Well, stop it. And then Alice randomly wraps her own head in plastic wrap, and that other housewife seemingly dies, but not really. Okay, yeah, sure, that's a lot of weird stuff. And so I guess Alice is going to start to piece together what this is all about as the weird things happen. Not really, no, just kind of a string of weird occurrences for about 90 minutes or so. Little to no explanation or information revealed. Okay. And then suddenly a bunch of information's gonna drop with like a third of the movie left. Okay, great. So what do we find out? Well, sir, it turns out the whole town is a freaking simulation. It's like the Matrix. Exactly, except with like 10,000 times less kung fu. So it's kung fu? No, you know what? No kung fu at all, actually. But I did think we could have a 5-minute scene of Harry Styles dancing like a puppet. Oh, well, that's just as good. Okay, yeah, sweet. So we're gonna find out that Alice's husband, Jack, in the real world is unemployed, and he's been kind of radicalized by that guy Frank. Oh, he has? Yeah, through like podcasts and internet forums, he's been made to hate being a loser while his wife earns money, and he wants that traditional life of, the wife stays at home and cooks and cleans.
That's what he
so
wants.
He's got Alice like permanently strapped to their bed with these simulation goggles on her face, so she like lives in the simulation now. Permanently? Do people in the real world not wonder where she went? No, they don't, I guess. So she didn't have like an important job or anything. Not really. She
was a nurse.
She's a surgeon. That's, people would notice her missing, I'm pretty sure. Hey, shut up. And so during the day, her husband Jack and all the other husbands leave into the real world to earn money to be able to pay for this whole thing. Wait, so Jack's not unemployed anymore? Yeah, sure, okay. What's his job? Unclear? Don't worry about it. So he like puts drops in Alice's eyes because they're pried open all the time because of these simulation goggles. So when he's out in the real world every day, does he also have to like change her diapers and exercise her legs so she doesn't get muscular atrophy and whatnot? Yeah, no, I guess he'd have to do all that stuff too, wouldn't he? How is this better than the life he was living? I don't really know about that, but this is what's happening, so I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, let me get up on that.
Real aggressive.
So anyway, the bad guys do like electroshock therapy on Alice, which shows her all these revelations, but then also makes them forget them immediately. So her memory gets wiped. Man, it's gonna be hard for her to piece it all back together and escape. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Literally.
Oh, really? Yeah, she just kind of remembers it all anyway, right away. Oh, so what was the point of doing the electroshock? I don't know. And so then she kills her husband in self-defense. Oh my God. And then her neighbor shows up like, hey, guess what? If men die in here, they die out in the real world, so you've got to escape now. Men die, but not women? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And the neighbor is also like, by the way, I knew this was a simulation the whole time, but it's the only way for me to be with my kids who died in the real world, so I'm like, I've been on board. Oh, so she's in there loving her kids. That's kind of sweet and tragic. Actually, your character spends the whole movie drinking excessively and complaining about motherhood. Oh, and Frank, the guy who organized this whole place, his wife is gonna stab and kill him. Well, why does she do that? Well, she's like, it's my turn now. What does that mean, though? It means the movie's almost over and we gotta get rid of Frank somehow. I guess that makes sense. So then Alice is driving away in the desert, but there are two cars chasing her and one coming at her head first.
Uh-oh, car chase.
Yeah, and so she kind of brakes and swerves, and all 3 cars crash into each other. Oh, this is a cartoon. I thought it was live action for some reason. No, it's not a cartoon.
Oh, cartoon car chases are tight.
Show up? It doesn't. No, it's a very serious scene.
No, it's not.
No, there's no way.
No.
It is, though. So then Alice
no
manages
way.
to get to this portal and escape the simulation. If it's all a simulation, wouldn't there be some safeguards to prevent wives from escaping, like a passcode or literal guards?
Aha,
No. Oh, okay. So I guess now we're gonna get some answers to all that weird stuff that was happening.
no.
What? No, the movie's all done now. We're gonna show the title and it's done.
That's
what
right.
was all that stuff that took up most of the movie? Stuff. And what happens? Does she just wake up strapped to a bed next to her dead husband's body? Yeah, probably. But we're all done now.
I just feel like I still have so many questions.
Well, that's a good thing, wouldn't you say? Now people have something to talk about online.
Oh, you
Good
think
People are going to talk about the various unanswered questions of this movie on the internet?
Oh, heck
No.
Yes, sir. That's going to be the main thing they talk about online in regards to this movie.
Well, great.
Yeah, no. This was a weird movie. Like it's one of those things where it's like most of the behind the scenes stuff was way more interesting than the actual movie. The movie just had things happening and you don't know why, really. Like even when the main guy, Chris Pine's wife, kills him in the movie, I don't remember anything leading up to that happening. Like why did that happen? It was just weird. Things didn't really connect all that well. Some really cool visuals to a degree, and it does feel trippy, almost like WandaVision. Felt a lot like WandaVision, like you don't know what's going on and what's happening. Then you get the twist, and there's like a lot of movies still left, and you don't really care anymore. It's just like, all right, whatever. Like she knows what's going on. Maybe she'll escape, maybe she won't. And she escapes. Like she touches the wall and she looks up, or the glass, I guess, and she looks up, and then the movie ends. Cut to black, and it shows the title. Really weird. I didn't really enjoy the movie. It was odd. I also watched it with the Omni Media channel, not with them, but I watched the video he did reacting to the movie, it was really fun. Really fun to watch with him on that one. So check it out if you haven't seen this movie, or if you just want to kind of watch it with someone. Check out his channel. He watches a lot of stuff. I don't think the guy sleeps, to be honest, but he watches a lot of stuff, and that's where I watched it there. And I also watched it on HBO Max, and it's just not a good movie. It's really, really boring. But again, the behind the scenes drama is what made the movie. Well, not the movie, because nobody really watched it like that for those reasons. Did you watch it though? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the movie. What'd you think? I think Florence Pugh, she's great. I like her. She's great. And Chris Pine's in it, and it's it is what it is. But I love Florence Pugh, like in the thing she's in. She's wonderful. So that's me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, however you do. Check out the end screen for more videos you can watch with me and laugh with me. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.